drunk ridiculous amounts, so...
Oh well. Alright, here we are, guys. Welcome, and I'm gonna check real quick that it's Turbo Arabia. I can't see where it would say that. It's Conquest, Military is tiny, Resources
I guess we'll
standard.
know by the gathering times. Well, that villager already has 7 wood. I'm feeling pretty confident that that's...
Okay.
Let's watch that farmer. Yeah, that's very quick gathering times.
Okay, good news, good news. Okay, so here we are, guys. Welcome back to BBQ Empires Best of 9 Bonanza between Ra replacing Fire and Hasan, aka Raiden. This is game number 4, no, 5? 5. And it is Turbo Arabia. Gonna be interesting. Up to the north, sort of west of the map, or just the west of the map. In blue, we have got Ra playing as the Persians.
And to the opposite side, we do have Raiden, better known as Hasan, playing as the Persians as well.
Yes, Arabia Turbo. Gonna be interesting. Yes. It's one of those maps. Well, it's not one of those maps. It's one of those game start modes that you just don't really see very often. And you can see already the adjustments to Ra's build. He's got 4 villagers gathering sheep now, and he's already taking his first boar. That's kind of, yeah. You know, you usually see
people
6 and then...
who haven't ever played this mode before, I guess things to note is villagers will gather resources, I think, what is it, like 3 times faster?
Yeah,
something like that.
it's
an absolutely huge rate faster, and they will carry a lot more as well. So there's no real changes to the actual game mechanics as such, like units, creation times or anything, but just gathering times have been... absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, well, the deal here is that your villagers will create at the same speed as normal Arabia, or a normal random map, but the difference is they all gather a lot faster and they're all worth more because of that.
Well, look at that boar resource go down. That's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, so basically it means that every villager that you have is suddenly much more valuable.
I just saw a villager carrying 80 food. My day is made.
That's brilliant. But yeah, it means that everything is much more valuable, and therefore killing your enemy's villagers will get you so much more resources.
Drush already out for Hasan straight off the bat.
Yeah, well, I think military production speed is increased. You can see how quickly those militia are created. So villagers are created at the same speed. Military is faster, and gathering is faster. So your eco speed building is the same, but everything else is faster. So, you know, that Drush coming in now at 4 minutes 50.
Get ready for something hectic.
Yeah.
This is 4 militia as well right now.
However, Ra is already up to the feudal age.
What?
Ra's already feudal.
14 pop. That 14 pop feudal. I see the new meta game here.
Oh, yeah. And we've got Hasan coming in with those the 4 militia Drush. Is he going to be able to defend? Well, what is Ra going to do? He is going to need... some other military production building, archery range, or stable.
He doesn't even really have enough villagers to be able to really say he can deal with this effectively on wood.
No, but I'm pretty sure the buildings build faster as well. So stable gonna go up as well really quickly here. And farm's now going to have to be seeded for Ra pretty quick as these scouts are queued up. Obviously, he's had 1 villager gathering berries this entire time. It's quite cool. Raiden, though, Hasan, coming in with those militia, really not able to do much damage at this stage. But if he does do damage, it's going to be so much more crucial. That villager, you know... Yeah.
Villagers are worth 3 times as much, essentially, in this. They take the same amount of time to create, but they are worth so much more.
Ra now, though, with those 3 scouts out, he is going to leave those militia at the back of his base. He does not care for those militia at all. Sending out those scouts straight away across the map. Hasan's still Dark Age. He can click up. Maybe he's going to fast castle it or something. He has got villagers taking gold on the front.
Yeah, I'm thinking of fast castles straight off the bat.
But it's risky because the scouts are coming in.
Exactly, and if, like we said, if they kill off a villager, it's going to be a lot bigger deal.
It is going to be a much bigger deal. A bit of lag apparently, but I don't know if it's too bad. Hopefully they'll sort it out, whatever it is. Hasan trying to wall himself in as best he can to sort of get inside, well, keep his villagers inside of the range of his TC. Doesn't look like he's going to be so successful. That backside, he's, you know, Ra is able to get around there and get in, but Hasan now up to the feudal age.
Potentially a castle as well in a minute here. Stable coming down for him, so it looks like he will commit and...
Yeah, villagers getting attacked now by those militia. Hasan has to get a kill here, though. Or at least stop them from working, I don't know.
Exactly, like the idle time again worth so much more in this game. It's absolutely ridiculous how much this changes.
Oh, it changes a lot, and Hasan now getting out a Spearman just for a bit of extra defense. Gonna be interested to see what he does here, because I really thought he was gonna go with a fast castle, switching it around. It's too risky with those scouts out. Gonna get scouts out of his own to try and defend.
I definitely think he made a good call here.
Yeah, I would agree, for sure. Gonna defend quite nicely, I think, and then we'll see what he does, but a lot of wood in the bank for Ra at the moment. He can seed a lot more farms if he needed to at this stage. And
yeah,
really,
and Hasan with 400 plus gold in the bank as well.
Yeah, the resource is just going to pile up so quickly. The players are going to struggle spending them fast enough. They're just not used to this.
Exactly, it's a completely different game mode here, and we can see exactly how weird it is.
It is very strange watching this compared to normal. I think just the creation speed of units, they're just not used to it. But the second stable coming out now for Ra, and I think, you know, switching into a mix of perhaps camels and knights would be such a good idea. Ra, though, gonna lose a couple of villagers here if he's not careful, fighting with those villagers on the berries. And
ooh, one
Hasan,
villager with 4 HP there. Spears coming in, though, as well for Hasan, and
I think Ra's going to try and get back as best he can here. He really needs to go back. Spears coming out for both of them at this stage. 2 spears apiece, and they are going to be fighting for that hill. The thing is here that the gold is on the front for both of them, which is really not ideal. And now we have a big fight with the spears.
Scouts in Hasan's lumber camp as well now. Gonna.
Oh yeah! Wow, that's really bad news. That is really bad
not even
news.
fighting with them right now.
Hasan losing 3
That's
or 4.
3.
Oh
wow!
And Ra pushing him back on the front as well. Gonna finally get chased down by the looks of things. Oh man, that was really unfortunate. 5 down.
Ra, and wow,
that was really nice. Ra getting so much for those scouts. That's put him a massive amount ahead. Hasan though up to castle. Ra still feudal. Well, just clicking up right now actually, and you'll see the castle time will be a lot faster as well. The research time will be faster.
Oh no, a lot of scouts lost to Ra on the front here. He did just destroy Hasan's scouts with those spears. That's another 2 free there. And well, this is hectic.
Well, I can imagine here with 3 stables with knights and / camels added in for good measure. We will see. Hasan now up to the castle age. Knights going to come straight out, no question about it. Camels from the other stable. So he is going to be
on the diet.
Yeah. On that camel knight combo, and you know it's a good combo to go for. You've got the chance to raid with the knights, you've got the camels, which are of course going to be able to do a lot of damage to those knights as well. But 3 stables for Ra now, only the 2 for Hasan at the moment, but he has got a slight time advantage in terms of production. We'll see how this one goes. Upgrades are even in a sense. Ra does have +1 attack, but no +2 defense, whereas Hasan has got the +2 defense now. But man, camels coming in.
This is tough. I'm having trouble commentating this. I'm having trouble watching everything at the same time. This is crazy. But yeah, camels coming in on the right-hand side for Hasan, trying to get some damage in this.
But yeah, just a constant, steady stream of units going across the map now. And Hasan has kind of got the idea right. He is just streaming them across, but losing his gold on the front. That's a big deal.
This is going to hurt indeed. Nearly losing a first village there. Spear is in to defend. Going to be able to do that. Camel's coming in as well here. But Ra has done what he wanted here. He disabled that little flow of troops to the front there for a little bit. And how many villages is that?
I think 1 or 2 villagers died at that area. But now Hasan is in. A lot of camels to defend from Ra here. And camels, great defensive unit due to, of course, their ability to deal extra damage to knights. And really just getting stepping up the gas on that camel production. We are seeing a lot of units coming out here, and you know, pretty exciting game so far. It's been,
considering we're at minute 16.
Yeah, you don't realize just the time here. It's absolutely crazy. Ra though, look how many villages he's sent to gold on the front. I think he's lacking a lot of food, and he's got a lot of villagers taking gold now, which I think is a big mistake. Very imbalanced economy.
Very imbalanced indeed, but those farmers are very efficient in this mode, apparently. So,
well, they are very efficient indeed. But you know, let's have a look at the numbers. 14 cavalry for Ra at the moment, 18 for Hasan. It is close. Ra giving Hasan the run around at the top. No, yeah, 51 and 50.
Only 2 population, so
it's very close indeed. Wow. But yeah, Knights and camels for now. Persians pretty good with their cavalry. Gonna be able to upgrade those once they get to the Imperial Age as well. And yeah, we'll see what happens, really. I think interesting that Ra has so many villagers taking gold here. I don't know if he's actually buying food or something. I'm not sure.
Well, he doesn't. He does have a market up, so it's definitely possible. Hasan, though, has gone for that second town center on the gold there, so this is really going to give him an economy edge here.
Yeah.
But we've got to hope that he can keep up that knight camel production.
It's going to give him a little bit of a boost. Obviously, the downside here, he doesn't actually have fletching, so it's going to be pretty difficult to defend against knights, as they have the +2 defense. Oh man, a lot of villagers going down for Hasan there.
Means that's 3.
Maybe 4 or 5 as well. Of course, camels from Ra now are going to be very easily picked off from this TC. That is for sure, but man, even the wolf getting involved.
Ooh, damage on the front for the gold of Ra right now, losing
so many
3
villagers having to go back. Really nice raiding, and this is what this mode is all about in a sense. It's all about just raiding like crazy and stopping your opponent getting that economy advantage.
Yeah, like we've been saying all game right now, those villagers are worth so much more than usual, and every single villager that gets killed off here is just a big step in the right direction for the opponent.
Scores, though, very, very close indeed. Hasan has a 3rd TC out on the right-hand side. Interesting by him. And more interesting even so, I think, is Ra, only on 1 TC still at the moment.
Yeah, well, he's doing pretty well on the economy front. All he's really lacking at the moment is gold, so he's sustaining all this off 1 town center, 58 pop.
Well, yeah, but I just think that Hasan now, if he defends well enough, he is going to be in a position where he's going to have just accelerate.
He's going to have a ridiculous amount of resources to play with in a minute.
Yeah, he will, but if you have a quick look at the numbers of, well, army numbers, Ra has 22 cavalry out, Hasan has 15. Ra is starting to pull ahead in terms of numbers here. He's just pumping out those camels. And Ra is, well, Hasan's not going to stop him, basically.
Yeah, at this point, he's going to need to get a few more stables out. He's still only on 2 stable right now, so the production is just ahead of him just as it is, so gonna really have to get some more up. Like, he's getting the economy advantage, sure, but really, it's gonna be no good if Ra just steamrolls him.
The thing is, though, we saw this in the very first game. No, not the first game. The Gold Rush game, even.
Yes.
Where Hasan did build up his eco, and he was fine because of it. A little bit of a mistake there, losing quite a few units to those camels. Looks like, though, Hasan has a huge disadvantage going into this. Bringing in those extra camels a little bit too late. Hard to say, though. Ra could end up losing this one if he's not careful. Upgrades are absolutely neck and neck. And finally bringing in those camels.
Ooh, Hasan taking the lead here.
Yeah.
Reinforcements coming back for Ra, though. And looks like Hasan's going to push this one back.
Really nicely done. He's just got the camels here. He's got no knights at all. He's pure camels because he knows that he's not really going to be able to effectively raid at this stage. Going pure camels, doing a lot of damage to Ra's military. And, camels, of course, going to do extra damage to those knights, but this is mad. The fact that Ra is sustaining this off of 1 TC. The question
4 stable as well.
The question is now, though, if he doesn't hold up to this on the front, Hasan just going to add in another stable and keep that production going. The stable going up at the back of his base, continuing with those camels.
Well, this is absolutely hectic right now. Hasan definitely looking like he's got a little bit of a military disadvantage here, especially fighting on that hill. But still, he's got those town centers there, and soon he's going to be able to just wreck it with the eco. Like you said, up to 3rd stable. Wouldn't be surprised to see a 4th anytime soon now.
Yeah, Ra coming forwards, though, now. Barracks and stable going down. It looks like he's going to switch into some pikes here. I don't know if that is the case, if that stable barracks may have been a misclick on the front. But either way, putting those barracks and the stable forward is a good idea. The thing is, Hasan continuing now to pump them out. GG from Ra.
GG.
And
Hasan not understanding. What did we just see?
I've got no idea. It was nuts. I don't know. Maybe he just couldn't keep up. I think what he saw at that moment was that Hasan had taken out the majority of his army in the middle. Ra really didn't have many camels there. He'd lost that push on the front, hoping to get that stable and barracks up. And if we have a look at Hasan's base now, he did have those... Well, his eco, yeah. And he did have those 3 stables. He did have another barracks going up as well, so he could start to get some pikes in there. I don't know. Perhaps Ra just felt his eco wasn't in a good enough position.
Yeah, I think that must be it, because he knew once he lost his push on the front here that Hassan was going to have military dominance as well as eco dominance. So he could have just seen at that point that really he doesn't have much of a chance to get back into it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I agree with you on that. But that was just mental. I mean,
Crazy.
what 8 minute, 6 minute feudal age and then knights by 10 or something. It was just nuts. But I was surprised that it didn't come down to a massive eco raid that caused that to be a GG there. Either way, though, that was some pretty hectic stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing more of these in future events.
This was, I love it. I actually love it straight off the bat. 16 minutes, we had the most crazy match ever happening. So
yeah, pretty
I'm
crazy.
keen. The fact is as well, it throws people in the deep end again as well. Like we said at the start, there's
not used to it.
No build orders, nothing for it.
Well, I suppose it is. It's a third of what you'd normally do. It's
well,
like almost. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna.